Everything that I learned in Fastrack gave me great resources, a toolbox that I'm able to use. I feel very confident that what I learned is going to be very helpful to develop and grow fast in the industry. These people know what they are talking about. My name is Irma Ramos Ramirez, and I am currently a clinical research assistant in a company called CNG Life Sciences, located in Scottsdale, Arizona. I am a general practitioner in Mexico. I finished medicine school in Mexico City, and I relocated to the States 4 years and a half ago. So when I came to the States, I started to work for a Medicare Advantage company. And I worked there for 3 years, but the last year I started to kind of looking for a different job. There were not a lot of opportunities for me in the company because I could not practice medicine or be involved in the medical field. So basically, I work with customer services team, coordinating services for the members. But it was a point where I couldn't grow more on that position. I have a conversation with someone in the bank, and he said, "Hey, my wife does clinical research. Have you heard about it?" I said, "No." So I started to read and research and, go online. And when I opened my social media, I started to see advertisements of companies, and one of them was Fastrack. So it's how I kind of got curious and start to kind of click on the information and look reviews. And finally, I make a call and a contact to someone in the company. What took my attention was like the mentoring part. Like we are going to provide academic content, but also we are going to mentor you to guiding you to know the field, know the positions, know the market. And so that was the reason why I decided, it's an investment that I didn't plan at that moment. So I needed to be sure that it was the right moment to do it. And Noah made me feel that he knew about the field. So he was even able to tell me how many open positions were in Arizona area where I am. So he was very knowledgeable about what opportunities are available. And so that is basically what made me decide. I think your team is very multidisciplinary team. So I met people very knowledgeable on the academic part, like Janelle. She was awesome, providing, all the academic fields. Of course, all the trainers in the program. But Janelle was basically giving me better understanding of how it's the path to follow and what are the different options for me. And then we had opportunity to have these mentors. Like Julia was my mentor, but she was very knowledgeable about how to create my social media, like my LinkedIn profiles, how to build my resume in a way that would be more attractive for the industry, and what were the transferable skills that I needed basically to include. So all these different perspectives in the same career make me feel like, oh, these people know what they are talking about. That was really good for me to be able to talk with different people in different backgrounds, but basically with the same goal, helping us to build strong foundations on the field. I understand that the period of time that we spend with them is we get basically the foundation. Once that you go out in the market, you understand that there are so many colors, so many flavors of the field. But I feel I have strong foundations in the industry. I felt that they didn't make promises, empty promises. One of the questions that I asked, I think Noah, when I was almost ready to make that decision, is like, how long after finishing the training, how long is the average time where person can get hired in the industry in a level entry like me? Like I had not really any connection with the industry. And first of all, he said, well, it depends, right? He'd never tried to tell me like, oh my God, this is going to be, and you're going to get a job in 2 months or 3 months. No, he's basically was very honest in telling me it depends how much time you are going to spend and dedicate and to study and to finish all the training, because yes, it's a week that is very intense, but there is a previous week where you need to basically self-study, and then you need to finish your projects and you need to follow up with your mentor. So there is a co-responsibility in the process. So that helped me to make the decision, because I felt, oh, I'm accountable. It also, when I get a goal, I like to finish and I like to accomplish my goals. I'm very goal oriented, and I had my time, and I know I was working a full-time job. So it wasn't easy for me finishing at 5:30, 8 p.m. and then spend 4 hours studying and doing the projects to finish on time. And it was between the holidays also. So it was kind of challenging. But yeah, that part to share the responsibility for me was also important. I wasn't really expecting they do everything for me, but I felt supported all the way until I get my job. For me, it's very important to look different options. So when I put on the table 2 or 3 different options, for me, Fast Track had the most value. It's very important that you are in the right time to dedicate time, effort, and your finances, because you need to make the decision, the informed decision that, okay, I'm going to invest for my future. I understand that the opportunities of being hired for everybody is different based on the state and their background and position. But for me, don't be able to practice medicine in the States, I think is a pretty good opportunity to keep impacting the lives of people in the health topic, and be involved also with health professionals. And I believe it's an industry that helps you to grow fast. So I have been just in my job for a month, but I am learning so much. The company where I work, they are a site, which is what basically my job is in the site, but they are also sponsored for many other sites in the country. So I have contact with clinical research associates, and I am experience what is monitoring a site. And in my hands, basically, I need to enroll members, and I am in charge of the visits and also to keep the subject binders. So I have the two parts of the job, and I see that everything that I learn in Fastrack is very applicable here, and it's basically gave me great resources, a toolbox that I'm able to use, and I feel very confident that what I learn is going to be very helpful to develop and grow fast in the industry. Something that I believe is also very valuable is to keep Fast Track as a resource available. I know this month I have not been a lot in contact with them, but the fact that I know that I can reach out to them and also recommend them. There are people in my company that are coming to the field from the medical field, becoming investigators, that they're pretty good in what they do, but they don't have a lot of knowledge of the clinical research. So I have been able to share with them what I learned and kind of talking about Fast Track. So for me, it's like I have them in my back. Like I know if I need or I have questions, they are going to be available. And that is also a really good thing that Fast Track offers. I think my long-term goal could be a clinical research associate. Now I'm learning about more of the project manager position, and those are positions that sound very interesting for me. But it could be in the long term. Right now, I think I'm just learning to be in the field like like be hands on and be in contact with the subjects and patients and learning how to interpret and how to read the protocol. I mean, we did in Fast Track, but now when you have 4 or 5 studies, which is my site has, and they're very impressive. Yes, in the long term, I would like to be a monitor.